Hello everyone, welcome to my back door. And I thought, I'm doing another spur of the moment video, but it is in part because of a thought I had. I'm thinking that I'm just gonna do kind of progressively as I go. I'm just gonna do little short videos of all the different animal symbolisms, meanings, the energies behind each animal or each totem or animal spirit, spirit animals stuff. I thought it would be fun because I love animals dearly, and they've always been a very big and important part of my life. And my journey into symbolism and working with the animal medicines has taught me a whole new layer of animals, and working with them as symbols and as creatures and all that good stuff. So because of my experiences this last week, I have encountered two tarantulas, or was it three? I think I may have saw another one, but wasn't sure. So anyways, anytime animals pop up like that in my life, and you go long periods without like seeing, like, say, a tarantula in this instance. I saw one last summer, but then if they start to pop up, especially within a short period of time, so like twice within the span of a week in this case, or say, like, you don't see deer that much for a while, and then all of a sudden, you go to town this week and it seems like around every turn there's another deer, and you're like, damn, why? And so if anything like that happens to you, or say you have dreams and a certain animal just keeps popping up in your dreams, pay attention to that shit, and it means something. It's trying to convey a message to you. So I'm going to help you decipher what those messages are as I go along and explain each animal to you. So it's going to be it's going to be fun, I think. Today I'm starting with the spider, with tarantula in particular, but it's just spiders. They all carry similar energy. That was Inca. Okay, so with that, I'm going to read this to you, and I might, interject some of my own stuff in there. We'll see. Okay, so spider is all about the creativity and weaving of fate. And I'm starting out on this Tantra journey as well right now, and I think it is just so perfect that spider has chosen to pop up at this time, because Tantra means weaving. And so now I am realizing a whole other layer of spider medicine because of Tantra and its aspects of weaving and life, weaving life together. So cool stuff. The spider has shown up in myth and lore throughout the world. Usually its symbolism has, okay, he has to cut through again. All right. Usually its symbolism has been very similar wherever it is used. In India, it was associated with Maya, the weaver of illusion. It has had connections to the Fates in Greek mythology and the Norns and Scandinavian lore, women who would weave, measure, and cut the threads of life. To the Native Americans, spider is grandmother, the link to the past and the future. Unlike insects, spiders have a two-section body instead of three, often giving them a figure 8 kind of appearance. This, in conjunction with its 8 legs, unlike the insect 6, links it to all the mysticism associated with the geometric form of the figure 8. On its side, this is the symbol of infinity. It is the wheel of life, flowing from one circle to the next. The difficulty is learning to walk those circles, or even hold your position within the middle between the two. And so I'm just like, because, I'm kind of going through that right now, trying to find this like new balance and alignment and polarities and And I just did a little talk on trickster gods, and Anansi in African lore is the trickster god. And I love Anansi stories. Love them. And eights, I was born on the 8th. I have a lot of eights in my um, and all that stuff, you know. So 8 is one of is my big number. 7 and 8 are my big numbers, and so that always that resonates totally with me. Anyway, Spider teaches you to maintain a balance between past and future, physical and spiritual, male and female, yin and yang. Spider teaches you that everything you now do is weaving what you will encounter in the future. And the tarot deck is a card, the Wheel of Fortune. This is a card that has to do with rhythms, the rise and fall, the flow and flux, breath, the in and out, with yoga, with Tantra. It's all about the flow. It is linked to the energies of honor and fame and the sensitivities necessary to place ourselves within the rhythm of nature. Meditation upon this card would be beneficial for anyone with spider totem. The spider awakens creative sensibilities. It weaves a web of intricate and subtle fabric, as if to remind us the past always subtly influences the present and the future. Often, the webs will take a spiral shape, the traditional form of creativity and development. The spider found within the web reminds us that we are the center of our own world. The ancient mystery schools had one precept inscribed above their portals: know thyself, and thou shalt know the universe. Spider reminds us that the world is woven around us. We are keepers and the writers of our own destiny, weaving it like a web by our thoughts, feelings, and actions. The spider, because of its characteristics, has come to be associated by mystics and in mythology with 3 predominant expressions of magic. The first is the magic and energy of creation. It is a symbol of creative power reflected in the ability to spin its silken web. It is also associated with assertiveness, that a creative force of keeping the feminine energies of creation alive and strong. As will be discussed further, it has ties to the characteristics of some spiders, like the female black widow, which kills and eats the male after mating has exhausted it. The third predominant magic of the spider is associated with the spiral energy, the links with past and future. The spiral of the web converging at the central point is something to be meditated upon by those with this totem. Are you moving forward in a central goal, or are you scattered and going in multiple directions? I have that problem. I'm getting better. Is everything staying focused? Are you becoming too involved and or self-absorbed? Are you focusing on others' accomplishments and not on your own? Are you developing resentment because of it for yourself or for them? Spider is the guardian of ancient languages and alphabets. Every society has had myths about how the different languages and alphabets were formed. The Chinese alphabet is attributed to the Qing, whatever. The god with the dragon face and 4 eyes. He formed it from the patterns of the stars, the marks on the back of the turtle, and the footprints of the birds in the sand. The Norse god Odin created the runic alphabet after hanging upon the tree of life for 9 days and nights. After this time, the twigs fell off and spelled out certain formulas and words. To many, there was an alphabet even more primordial. It was formed by the geometric patterns and angles found within the spider's web. To many, this was the true first alphabet, or the first true alphabet. This is why Spider is considered the teacher of language and the magic of writing. Those who weave magic with the written word probably have spider totem. Oh, I qualify there, I think. And the spider has long been associated with death and rebirth, which I'm also going through right now. Part of this may have to do with the fact that some female spiders will kill and eat the male after mating. This is often found in the insect world, the praying mantis being another such example. Because it's constantly building and weaving new webs, it has also been a lunar symbol with ties to the waxing and waning of the moon. For those with this totem, this pattern is a reminder to maintain balance and polarity in all aspects of life. Spider teaches that through polarity and balance, creativity is stimulated. Books, movies, and television have a tendency to promote fear of the spiders in the general public. Most spiders are poisonous. This is how they kill or stun their prey. They serve a vital function in controlling insect populations. The black widow probably has received the worst reputation, and deservedly. It's found all over the U.S., and we all know what it looks like. It's a poisonous spider, but it's not fatal to humans as many assume. It's actually a very timid spider and is usually as much or more afraid of humans as they are of it. Tarantulas are another common big spider that people are familiar with. The tarantella, folk dance in southern Italy, was named after the tarantula. They believed incorrectly that its bite caused convulsive movements in humans. The dance, with its circular direction and quick foot movements, was named for it. The tarantula is one of the largest spiders, and it's hairy. Its mouth is underneath its body. Its bite is poisonous, and as with most spiders, but would not affect the average human any more than a bee sting. Tarantulas do spin a thread, but they do not weave a web. They dig a burrow or a hole in the sand and hide at the bottom of it. And as soon as they feel something walking in around the opening, they'll jump out, grab it, and pull it back in. And that's how they catch their food. This can tell you about how you work in similar ways. Most spiders are actually very delicate, very, very delicate. If you're holding a tarantula and dropped it, it would break and die. Spiders are a combination of gentleness and strength, and they have learned to combine both for the successful survival. This is an important lesson for those with this totem. Gentleness and strength. More things I'm working with. As delicate as they are, okay, sorry, I just read that. Most people have little or no contact with bigger spiders, but they will often see a wide variety around the house and home. Many of these serve vital functions, killing more harmful insects. Most of their movement occurs in the dark, and they move in inaccessible areas. Yes, this also describes what I am doing. Don't be afraid to employ it in seemingly inaccessible corners. Weave your creative threads in the dark, and when the sun hits them, they will glisten with intricate beauty. If spider has come into your life, ask yourself some important questions. Are you not weaving your dreams and imaginings into reality? Are you not using your creative opportunities? Are you feeling closed in or stuck as if in a web, which I was recently? Do you need to pay attention to your balance and where you're walking in life? Are others out of balance around you? Do you need to write? Are you inspired to write or draw and are not following through? Remember that Spider is the keeper of knowledge and the primordial alphabet. Spider can teach how to use the written language with power and creativity so that your words weave a web around those who would read them. Yes. All right, so see, I'm all excited about this and its implications. So anyways, maybe some of you have some spider medicine. Maybe you will resonate with some of what I said. And for the rest of you, I hope this kind of helps you overcome any fear you have of spiders. Because I know lots of you are not okay with them, but they're awesome. They're awesome. The only thing I didn't mention in there really was, I think, Spider Woman in Native American traditions, and she's responsible for the creation of the dream catcher, because it's a web, you know. So on all the dream webs or dream catchers that I've made, I have that whole story on my tag of Spider Woman and all that good stuff. So there's more spider stuff out there. If you feel like falling down that rabbit hole. And yeah, so I hope that you enjoyed. And thank you so much for listening in. And until next time, namaste and love to you all.